So, the story starts with our boy Rentaru, who is finally doing the bravest thing any anime MC can do. Confessing to his crush. Without plot armor. The girl actually says, "I like you too." Rentaru's soul, "Wah, finally." Girl's brain 0.2 seconds later, "Wait, dating him? EW." She gets literal nausea just imagining it. Bro got rejected so hard she almost needed a doctor. Rentaru.exe crashed. He walks home with his friend, and boom, plot twist, this was his 100th rejection. Man has been rejected more times than your YouTube video got views. Yes, I'm roasting you too. His friend is roasting him like, "Bro, we just passed middle school and you've already speedrun 100 Ls? Point zero how?" Turns out Rentaru has been desperate since age 8. Bro wanted a girlfriend before he even learned multiplication tables. His friend says, "I don't know which planet cursed you, dude. You look fine, your grades are good. Why do girls react like you showed them a horror movie trailer?" Rentaru gets angry, like anger will magically fix his rejected since birth aura. The friend dips, wishes him luck for high school, probably thinking, this man needs divine intervention more than good luck. And Rentaru? Of course he goes to a temple. Because when Earth rejects you 100 times, you try sky. He prays to the love god for a girlfriend in high school. And suddenly a voice speaks from the donation box. A whole old man head pops out like, "Surprise, I'm the love god." He even has wings, looking like a budget version of Cupid who missed his spa appointments. He tells Rentaru that his destiny is to find 100 soulmates. Not one. Not two. 100. God basically said, "Bro, your harem starts now. Don't thank me." Rentaru is so happy he says, "If this is a lie, I'll demolish the whole temple." Love God, bad idea but okay. 1 month later, first day of high school. Rentaru is walking peacefully and immediately crashes into 2 girls because of course he does. This man is a walking rom-com starter pack. Girl 1, blonde, Inda. Girl 2, pink hair, Hahari. The moment they make eye contact, boom, electric shock. Not emotional electricity literal, MC aura detected electricity. Rentaru thinks, damn, these must be the soulmates the old man talked about. Yes Rentaru, welcome to harem mode. He helps them up, but Hahari suddenly goes full Bollywood actress. "Ah, my ankle. It hurts. Carry me to the infirmary please." Rentaru starts crying like he accidentally injured his future wife. Hahari falls even harder for him. Meanwhile Inda starts burning with jealousy and goes, "Oh no, my ankle is also hurt, bro hasn't even started dating and girls are already fighting for screen time." Rentaru starts punching himself because he thinks he caused both injuries. Even it is like, "Brother, what are you doing?" Both girls immediately stand up from shock. Their legs were fine. They just wanted attention. Harem girls be like, "If she's acting, I'm acting harder." They all walk to the infirmary together, but somehow it feels like the girls are dragging Rentaru instead of him carrying them. On the way they pretend to feel dizzy, grabbing him like he's a human teddy bear. Rentaru introduces himself and learns they're all in the same class of course, Anime Destiny. Meanwhile 2 random girls walk past them talking about a pink leaf clover. Legend says if you give it to someone while confessing, the answer will always be yes. Inda and Hahari hear this and immediately sprint away like Olympic runners. Their injured ankles, healed faster than anime villains change hairstyles. 3 hours after school, Rentaru stays back searching for a teacher's lost contact lens because he's a certified good boy. While walking, he wonders if he'll ever meet those 2 girls again and BM. He sees them in the garden hunting for the 4-leaf clover. He walks up to them. Inda instantly blushes so hard her face turns into a red traffic light. She pretends she wasn't searching for anything bad acting. Even background characters could see through it. Rentaru notices Hahari is missing. He offers Inda a drink. She acts shy at first but then snatches the bottle like a dragon hoarding treasure. Says she'll drink it so it doesn't go to waste. Rentaru politely says he should head home now since it's late. And Inda. She screams at him like he just told her her favorite anime is cancelled. So after screaming at Rentaru like he just ruined her whole career, Inda suddenly turns into a shy puppy, blushes like a tomato, and thanks him for the drink. Rentaro finally realizes, wait, she's actually cute? Bro discovered softness hidden under her WWE attitude. Then Inda runs away like she has a bus to catch. Immediately after, Hahari appears for her turn in the Make Rentaro Suffer queue. Rentaro offers her a drink too. But Madam had other plans. She wanted an indirect kiss speedrun. She goes, let's share this drink, together. I can't finish it alone. Rentaro already knew this trick was coming, so he came prepared with a tiny bottle, like he's serving juice rations during war, but Hahari still says she can't finish it. So he takes one sip and hands the rest back. And suddenly she panics so hard she spills everything on the ground like she's baptizing the soil. Rentaro thinks she's upset because she really wanted that drink. Meanwhile, she's crying inside because her indirect kiss plan just died. He gives her his handkerchief and she grabs his hand instead and straight up confesses. No warm-up, no romantic build-up, just marry me before the next girl does. And Rentaro, bro, is glowing. This is the first time in his entire life someone confessed to him. Feels like he unlocked a legendary achievement. But before he can answer, Inda returns. This time with a whole tray of drinks like she's running a juice shop. Then she immediately snaps at Hahari for confessing first. Rentaro turns red like he's about to explode. He's like, why you both, like me? Me? The 100x rejected guy. Inda tries to deny it like an embarrassed Sundara, but ends up confessing too. Now both girls want an answer, choose one of us. Rentaro mentally, bro, I can't even choose between 2 flavors of chips, he asks for one day to think. That night, he returns to the temple for customer support. Love God basically says, yeah, both of them are your soulmates. Good luck, bro. Rentaro, how is that possible? God, oops. My bad. Turns out when Rentaro was born, Love God was watching TV and accidentally wrote 100 soulmates instead of 1. My man's entire life is a typo, but the real horror reveal if a soulmate isn't with Rentaro. They die. So if he chooses only one girl, the other one literally drops dead. Anime stakes went from rom-com to Final Destination real fast. Rentaro panics even more. Then he comes up with a genius plan, reject them in front, date them secretly from behind. Basically, anime cheating speedrun. Next morning, the girls meet him in the schoolyard and are shocked because Rentaro looks like he rolled in dirt all night, which he actually did while looking for something. He bows and says, I want to date both of you. Inda screams like he committed a federal crime. But Rentaro explains that he loves both of them and wants to give them all the happiness in the world. They're about to reject this double dating nonsense, but he pulls out pink leaf clovers. Turns out he spent the whole night searching for them just to make the girls happy. That's why he looks like a trash goblin. Inda laughs at him. You actually believe in this pink clover nonsense? Hahari reminds her, girl, we were looking for it yesterday too. Inda suddenly shuts up. Still, she refuses the idea of dating together. But Rentaro explains he got the flowers because they searched so hard for them. He only wants them to smile. Now both girls malfunction because no one ever did something this wholesome for them. Hahari accepts the proposal first, thinking, well, being second girlfriend is better than zero girlfriend. Inda refuses to let Hahari win, so she also says yes and immediately clings to Rentaro like she bought exclusive rights. Hahari starts teasing her for changing her mind. Inda pretends she didn't, as usual. Rentaro promises he'll keep both of them happy forever, then suddenly remembers. He still has 98 soulmates left. Bro is collecting girlfriends like Pokemon. Next day, Rentaro is blushing about his new girlfriends and happily talking to a pole. He's literally confessing his feelings to a metal pole. Inda and Hahari walk up behind him like, bro, why are you flirting with infrastructure? Rentaro tells the girls he was so insanely happy that he didn't even realize he was flirting with an electric pole. Yes, a pole. Our MC is so romantic he's spreading affection to public infrastructure. Inda says, if you really want, you can talk to me instead. Then instantly gets embarrassed like she just confessed her taxes. Hahari sees the opportunity and immediately grabs Rentaro's hand. Bro's heart starts lagging. Inda, jealous as always, pretends she doesn't care, but her face says, I will fight for this man. Rentaro grabs her hand too like he's forming a Power Rangers team. Then the trio walks to school like a weird love triangle parade. At school, they see the VP grabbing a boy like she's arresting him for war crimes. Hahari says she's super strict, especially about students running. If she catches you, you don't get detention. She gives you a black magic hug. Rentaro, kids must be traumatized forever. Hahari explains she's a former elite sprinter, basically Lightning McQueen with legs. Escape chance, 0%. Hahari suddenly asks Rentaro, have you ever kissed someone? Rentaro, no, because you're my first girlfriend. Instant mental explosion. Both girls realize, whoever strikes first, gets his first kiss. This is no longer romance, this is a tactical mission. During lunch, Inda gets distracted by a cat. Yes, her entire personality pauses when she sees a cat. Hahari uses this golden moment to feed Rentaro an egg roll by hand. He likes it so much he literally starts crying. Small man, big emotions. Inda turns into a jealous volcano and announces she made cookies for him. But when she tries to feed him, she stabs his eye instead of his mouth. Girl, how do you miss that badly? Rentaro still says the cookie is tasty. King of positivity. Then Hahari pulls out a chocolate stick, Pocky, but copyright safe. When she opens the box, it's half broken. She doesn't want to use her hands, so she decides to feed him with her mouth. She leans in like an anime angel. Rentaro melts. She starts nibbling toward him like it's a Pocky kiss challenge. Inda tries to interrupt again and once more accidentally pokes his other eye. Both eyes gone red. Bro is about to evolve even without Sharingan. Inda's hair brushes his nose and he sneezes. The chocolate snaps in half. Inda suddenly panics seeing his red eyes, thinking he's sick. So she grabs his face like a dramatic doctor and says she'll suck the fever out. Translation: she's ready to kiss. Hahari dives in like a WWE wrestler shouting, "You can't kiss him! We don't even know if he has fever. I'll check by kissing first." She then lies that kissing to check temperature is our family tradition. Best excuse ever made. Inda blocks her and tries to knock Rentaro unconscious so she can do mouth-to-mouth. Hahari jumps in again. Now they're just wrestling on school ground trying to win the first kiss trophy. Rentaro finally realizes, oh, they want to kiss me. It took him 3 injuries and 2 eye pokes to understand. Hahari denies it, but her face is basically flashing, kiss now. Rentaro says, honestly, I wanted to kiss too. Both girls restart fighting. He stops them and says he already figured out the solution yesterday. Since he loves both and wants no drama, they'll kiss him wearing masks so no one knows who kissed first. He'll treat both kisses as his first kiss. The girls worry it'll be obvious who kissed first. Rentaro, nope. I have phase 2. They will. Where masks cover their ears, randomly choose positions with a dice. Basically the most complicated kissing system in anime history. So Rentaro explains his 200 IQ kiss plan. The girls will roll dice, pick random spots, wear masks, cover their ears, and then he'll kiss one, without knowing who's standing where. Then they switch places, he kisses again, and boom, nobody knows who got the first kiss. Legendary 3-way kiss. Truly a historic anime moment. Next day, the trio goes to the library. Hahari looks for recipe books because she wants to cook good food for her boyfriend. Inda fights her for a book titled, Winning a Man Through His Stomach. At least they're honest. Rentaro asks, why don't you two get along? You literally kissed each other yesterday. Both turn red like a tomato festival. Rentaro looks for a book too when suddenly his hand touches another girl's hand. Shock. The same soulmate electricity zap. He panics. Oh no, don't tell me, another soulmate. The girl steps back and he sees she's the librarian. She doesn't talk, instead she points to lines in a book to communicate. Rentaro thinks, oh, maybe talking is banned in the library so she's communicating in text. Bro is so innocent he could be arrested. She asks what book he wants. He acts out that he wants a funny story. She asks why he isn't talking. He asks why Seichi isn't talking. She apologizes and goes to call someone else to help, but he stops her and says, "No. You help me." Ah yes, the soulmate magnet returns. He says he wants a romance story with a happy ending. She searches shelves like her life depends on it and brings him a mountain of books. Then apologizes for giving too many. Rentaru, being Rentaru, says he'll read all of them, because she picked them with so much effort. He goes to issue the books, but the librarian tells him his library card isn't ready yet. Rentaru tries to issue the books, but his library card isn't ready. He looks defeated like someone stole his lunch money, but then the same quiet librarian girl appears and offers him her own copy of a book. Rentaru accepts it like she just handed him diamonds. He asks her name, she silently shows her ID, Shizuka. Our new soft-spoken, introverted queen. That night, he reads the book she gave. It's about a princess and her brave knight. Knight says he'll protect her forever, fights a whole dragon, and they start falling for each other. But suddenly the princess gets arranged to marry another prince. The knight runs to her wishing he could change destiny, and the story ends there. Rentaru starts crying like he's reacting to his YouTube comment section. He thanks Shizuka the next morning. He notices book Part 2 in her bag. She literally brought it for him already. He takes it happily but wonders, how do I repay her? His guilt meter is over 9,000. He buys her a juice and they sit outside talking using her text-in-book method. Shizuka is pro at flipping pages to find lines. Rentaru is impressed like she solved a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Shizuka is happy he doesn't find her weird. She then admits she's never had a friend before. Rentaru gets an idea and asks her to bring book Part 1 again tomorrow. Shizuka brings book Part 3 the next day. But Rentaru doesn't come. Or the day after. Or the day after that. One evening, while walking in school, she spots him with Inda and Hahari. He looks so tired he could fall unconscious any moment. The girls notice too. He says he's been busy at night. They immediately imagine he's having secret international affairs. Rentaru yawns and Hahari suddenly kisses him on the cheek, saying she's giving him energy. He hugs her and calls her sweet. Inda gets jealous and says she also has plenty of energy to give. Goes in for a kiss and smash their heads collide like two coconuts. Shizuka watches all this and thinks, oh, he has girlfriends. That's why he ignored the books. She remembers everyone always found her weird because of her silent communication. Even her own mom begged her to talk normally. She assumes Rentaru must be tired of her too. But plot twist. Rentaru has been searching for Shizuka the whole time. He finds her and proudly says, "Finally, I can repay your kindness." He makes her download an app and shows her an e-copy of book 1. Not just any e-copy, he typed the entire book himself. Because official e-books don't exist. Shizuka realizes this man sat and typed an entire novel word for word, just so she could use text-to-speech and talk comfortably while looking at him. That's when she understands Rentaru wasn't ignoring her, he was working for her. Rentaru says the app will let them talk face-to-face instead of hiding behind books. He hopes it helps her speak with people easily. He tells her to try it. And her first words from the app are, "I love you." Shizuka immediately takes it back in panic. But it's too late. Rentaru pulls her close and says, "I love you too." She says destiny didn't write them together. Rentaru says destiny can go cry in a corner, they'll rewrite everything together. Rentaru introduces Shizuka to Inda and Hahari like, "Meet your new co-wife. 97 more incoming." Inda's jaw drops like she just saw her exam score. Hahari is ready to faint. Inda screams at Rentaru like he has fully lost his mind, "Are you crazy or what?" But Hahari is all smiles, thanking him and telling him she'll still stay with him even after Shizuka joins the squad. Rentaru says his feelings for them haven't changed at all. He promises adding Shizuka won't reduce their love, in fact, he'll treat them even better. And if he fails he'll pay with seppuku. Yes, our MC is threatening to uninstall himself. He even explains it like a gamer. You know Tekken 3? That Yoshimitsu self-stabbing move? Yeah, that. This man was one Amazon purchase away from buying a sword. Inda finally agrees. Congratulations. Girlfriend count equals 3. Remaining 97. This man is playing life on the hardest mode. Rentaro starts telling them cute things he noticed. When Shizuka reads books, she rubs her feet together and shakes during intense scenes. When Hahari is thinking hard, she bites her fingers. When Inda gets a compliment, she twirls her hair like she's in a shampoo commercial. All three girls freeze, shocked that Rentaro analyzed them like a detective with binoculars. He's about to describe how Inda and Hahari behave while kissing, but Shizuka overhears this and panics. Her brain explodes because she realizes, wait, he already kissed them. Hahari asks Shizuka if she also wants to kiss Rentaro. Shizuka says she's saving her first kiss for marriage. Rentaro says that's totally fine, he won't kiss her until she's ready. Inda and Hahari thought they were about to get a kiss, but instead they get nothing but character development. Shizuka timidly feeds Rentaro lunch with her hands. Inda gets jealous again because Hahari won't let her feed him. After the game, Rentaro runs to the bathroom. Inda instantly uses this chance to confront Shizuka. Inda, you're not talking properly to Rentaro. Shizuka, I just joined. I don't want to be in your way. Inda, you are his girlfriend too. Don't back off like you're a side character. When Shizuka apologizes politely, Inda somehow gets even more angry. Finally, Inda snaps and tells her the real issue. Hahari is charming as hell. I'm pretty and confident. But you think you're not special at all. That's why you're scared Rentaro will compare you to us. Shizuka admits it. She thinks she's the weakest of the three. Inda and Hahari suddenly start liking her even more because she's too adorable. Even your audience will be like, "Aw, protect this cinnamon roll." Hahari comforts her. Rentaro sees beauty inside you better than anyone. And at last, they officially accept her as their new co-girlfriend. Rentaro was secretly spying on them from behind a wall, smiling like a proud mastermind. He remembered when Shizuka poked him earlier and Inda looked like she wanted to start World War III. He knew if he gave them a moment to talk honestly they'd become friends, and they did. He returns, and Inda jokingly says Shizuka should poke him again because she was punching him earlier like a pro wrestler girlfriend. Hahari shouts, "Go on, my tigress! Poke him!" Shizuka realizes they're trying to help her get closer. So she gathers courage, walks up to Rentaro, and finally says, I want to kiss you." Rentaro nearly ascends. They kiss, and Shizuka turns red like she just ate 25 chilies. Hahari immediately shouts, "My turn!" She was ready since last Tuesday. Inda gets emotional too because her executive girlfriend privileges are being threatened. Rentaro hugs all three and says, "I love all my girlfriends." Bro says this like he's accepting an Oscar. Rentaro kisses Shizuka too, and she melts like hot butter. Hahari jumps in, "Me next." Rentaro kisses her too, and she gets so happy she could power the school's electricity. Then he turns to Inda and asks, "Do you want one too?" Inda, No thanks. I don't need." Also Inda, 0.3 seconds later, slides closer by herself. Rentaro hugs her, saying, "When you act like this, you're so cute." Inda punches him like she's training for a boxing championship. Rentaro tanks every hit like an absolute tank. Finally, she admits she also wants a kiss. Rentaro, say less. Kiss speedrun complete. Now he has 3 adorable girlfriends, and he thinks, how do I deserve angels like them? The girls also think the same about him. Next day in class, Rentaro meets a girl named Nano. He tells her the exam results are up and asks if she wants to check. Nano, no need. I already know I'm first. Actual confidence level, Thanos after collecting all stones. Their eyes meet zap. Soulmate electricity. Bro immediately knows, yup, this one too. He checks results with his girlfriends. Everyone scored great. But Nano, full marks. Even the answer sheet was probably scared to mark her wrong. The girls explain. Nano knows everything. Ask her any question, she'll answer. Rumors say she might not even be human. Based on her attitude, she might actually be a high-tech calculator. Rentaro ends up sitting with Nano in biology. She's literally photocopying answers from her textbook instead of doing the experiment. Nano, practical exams are a waste. Scientists already know all answers. Rentaro tells her the professor is staring at her. She calmly uses a microscope to examine her textbook instead of the specimen. Rentaro wonders, is she a robot? A glitch? A walking Wikipedia? He cuts a piece of onion and accidentally slices his finger. He goes to wash it, planning to visit the infirmary. Nano stops him, grabs his hand and puts his finger in her mouth. Rentaru's soul, what is happening? Nano explains, no need for Dettol. Village people used spit to kill germs. Girl is using caveman medical science. The experiment doesn't work, and Nano looks sad not because of Rentaru's blood, but because she failed an assignment for the first time in her entire life. After class, Rentaru thanks Nano for her help. Nano says she only helped so she wouldn't be left alone to clean the lab. Rentaru asks if she wants to hang out. Nano rejects instantly. Waste of time. Zero value. Future won't change. Rentaru, but life is about fun. Nano, your imagination is wasting my time also. Rentaru wonders if this girl is really a soulmate or a malfunctioning AI. That evening in her room, Nano can't stop thinking about Rentaru. Why did he help her? Why is he stuck in her head like a pop-up ad? To distract herself, she grabs a marker and starts writing the full value of pi on her board. Yes. All of it. Only genius problems. She fills the entire board. Still thinking about Rentaru. Fills pages. Still thinking about Rentaru. Finally, she realizes. I'm wasting time. He is the problem. Next day, she walks straight up to him and says, please be my boyfriend. Rentaru, why is this another soulmate unlocked? Nano, no. Rentaru's brain explodes. How do you propose and reject in the same sentence? She explains, I need to put a stop sign on my feelings. Bro got hit with an emotional traffic signal. Nano explains the reason she rejected Rentaru. Relationships turn into marriage, marriage turns into pregnancy, and teenagers shouldn't be doing all that nonsense. Teen romance equals useless. Girl basically skipped all 5 seasons of romance and jumped straight to family planning. She tells him, I will never date you. Rentaru, too late, sweetheart. I already fell for you. Give me one chance. I'll win your heart. This man has courage levels no normal MC ever had. A few days later, they go to an amusement park so Rentaru can show Nano that life can be meaningful. Nano looks around like she's touring a landfill. Every ride, every booth, every toy, waste of time. She sees Rentaru's instant camera and says, what is this horrible device? It doesn't even save photos. Rentaru, say cheese. Nano, what is chi? Clicky snaps the photo mid-confusion perfect. Next, they enter the haunted house. Nano's fear level equals 0%. She keeps calling every ghost a human in costume. Rentaru is screaming for his life while Nano is giving TED Talks inside a haunted house. This place should be called Human House. Nothing haunted here except your imagination. On the teacup ride, Nano is offended by circular motion. Which idiot invented this? Why are humans paying to go in circles? This is a scam. Then comes the maze. Every turn is blocked. Nano, why didn't they make a straight road? Why do businesses want to torture customers? Lady, it's a maze. That's the point. Then they get on the Ferris wheel, and Nano turns silent. The genius robot girl is scared of heights. She grabs Rentaru's hand like it's a lifeline. They look at all the photos they took and Nano finally admits, I had fun. But then she quickly corrects herself. The day was meaningless anyway. Rentaru, being dramatic as always, says, if it's meaningless, let's burn all these memories. He takes the photos near a flame. Nano suddenly panics, wait. These aren't saved anywhere. If these burn, everything we did today will vanish forever. She grabs the photos like they're exam mark sheets. Rentaru says she was scared of losing them because this day was meaningful to her. Nano starts crying. He wipes her tears with his handkerchief and she says she'll disinfect it later. Rentaru, with spit. Nano, no, idiot. With water. Then Nano finally confesses. I want you to be my boyfriend. I want to make more meaningful memories. Rentaro says he loves her too, and Nano suddenly kisses him. She declares she'll follow her desires from now on. New girlfriend unlocked. Rentaro introduces her to the other girlfriends. Surprisingly, this time there's zero drama. Maybe everyone's tired. Rentaro thanks them for accepting Nano and repeats, "If I ever treat you badly, I'll do seppuku." Nano, "Just drink poison, it's more efficient." A queen of logic. They plan to go somewhere together, and Hahari complains that Rentaro went to a theme park without her. So she suggests, "Let's go to a water park." Next day, Inda is choosing a swimsuit. She finds one she kinda likes, but doubts it'll look good on her. But she thinks Rentaro will like it, so she buys it. At the pool, Rentaro sees all his girlfriends in swimsuits and achieves instant nirvana. He thinks, "I can die peacefully now." Then he sees Inda completely covered like a mummy. He panics, thinking she forgot to wear clothes underneath. Inda, "No, idiot, I did wear it, I'm just cold." She tells them to go enjoy without her. She won't get into the pool. Nano says, "Then sit over there." Helpful as always. Nano tells Inda to go sit in the sun. Inda sweetly says thanks and that she doesn't need anyone worrying about her. Nano replies, "Good. Because I wasn't worrying anyway." Inda, "You what? Get lost, you witch." Meanwhile at the pool, Shizuka is floating in her tube, spinning around like a lost donut. Nano looks at the waves and says, "Ah yes, this must be military training." Then she starts swimming against the flow like she's preparing for Navy SEAL exams. Rentaro stops her before she breaks the pool. Hahari floats over dramatically and grabs Rentaro, saying the water is pushing her away. Nano sees this and also tries to float toward him. Rentaro's nose, initiating bleed mode. He faints instantly. Nano panics. He's not breathing. Hahari immediately does mouth-to-mouth like she's been waiting her whole life. Nano, irritated at the emergency flirting, slaps her aside. "Move." Nano starts doing mouth-to-mouth too. Hahari, "It's not working. My beloved liver is dying." We cut to Shizuka, who is drifting away like a lost leaf. She tries to get out of the pool but can't control her body. She realizes if this keeps going, she's done. She calls for help. Everyone ignores her. One guy even thinks she's waving happily. Her tube starts deflating. Girl is fighting for her life. She crawls out of the pool, soaking and terrified, alone in a new place, ready to cry. Rentaro is still unconscious. Nano says they should call a lifeguard. She goes to find one and runs into a group of local thugs. They try hitting on Hahari. One guy reaches out to grab her. Terrible decision. Nano steps in and pokes both his eyes at once. This is the fastest, most efficient way to handle creeps. The thugs' friends get angry and decide to get revenge. Nano agrees to go with them so Hahari can escape and save Rentaro. Nano, if anything happens to Hahari, Rentaro will be destroyed. So I'll handle this. Hahari refuses to let Nano sacrifice herself. Rentaro cares about you too. A thug tries grabbing Hahari, and that's when our hero arrives. Rentaro wakes up and jumps between them like an anime protagonist mid-opening theme. "These two are my girlfriends." Thug, "Yeah right. Prove it. Kiss them." He thinks Rentaro is bluffing. Hahari and Nano, zero delay, kiss. They both kiss Rentaro immediately like it's a competition. The thugs panic. They realize Rentaro is calm only because he's a gentleman. Otherwise he'd have already turned them into beach sand. They leave instantly. Hahari asks how he woke up. Flashback. Inda saw the thugs messing with the girls and ran to get Rentaro. She shook him like a dusty carpet. "Please wake up. Nano and Hahari are in trouble." And boom, his soul snapped back into his body. Rentaro says he made it just in time because of Inda. He also thanks Nano for protecting Hahari. Nano thought Rentaro cared more about Hahari, but Rentaro tells her, "Don't ever put yourself in danger. I care about you too." Nano's heart. System error. Feelings detected. Suddenly Rentaro realizes, wait, Shizuka. She can't swim. He panics and runs toward the pool. Shizuka is meanwhile on the verge of crying. ignored by everyone, her phone dying when suddenly, she hears Rentaro shouting her name. Her heartbeat reboots. Shizuka wants to scream for help, but she hates her voice so much she'd rather drown quietly like a polite Victorian ghost. But finally she yells and Rentaro immediately spots her like a dolphin with GPS. "Thank God, you're safe." He lifts her in his arms, full princess carry, and she kisses him right there in the middle of the pool. Rentaro blushes like a boiled tomato. He drops her off with the girls and says he needs some rest. He tells Inda to come with him. After a break, Rentaro asks Inda, "Why were you staring at Hahari and Nano all morning?" Inda hesitates, but Rentaro already knows. She was comparing herself because she wasn't confident in her swimsuit. He comforts her, "You and Shizuka are normal, okay?" Inda, "No. Shizuka is small and cute. That's illegal level advantage." Suddenly Rentaro grabs her towel to check her swimsuit. Inda, "Pervert!" starts beating him like a washing machine. Rentaro, "You look amazing to me." He hugs her, and Inda realizes her heart is beating like crazy. He tells her she's precious and perfect just the way she is. Inda blushes to the moon and finally joins everyone in the pool. The rest of the day goes perfectly. They're late to the pool the next day. Passing the chemistry lab, Rentaro sees a girl. Their eyes meet. Zap. Yup. Another soulmate. Next day, he goes back searching for her. He enters the lab and sees a tiny girl who looks like an elementary school student mixing chemicals. She says she's from chemistry club and her name is Kajuri. She offers him tea in a beaker, which already looks suspicious. She casually mentions she just finished making a new medicine. Rentaro says he's not here to join the club, he's looking for someone. Kajuri, "Sit down." "Shut up. Drink." Rentaro drinks it because anime MCs have no sense of danger. She shows him the medicine she made. It turns humans into magnets. Whoever drinks it will attract metal. Then she tells Rentaro to drink it. He does. Suddenly clang clang clang, spoons, tools, metal rods. Everything starts sticking to him. Rentaro, "Wow, science is terrifying and amazing." Then Kajuri warns him, side effect, explosive diarrhea for 3 days. Before he can scream, she drinks the opposite pole version and glues herself to Rentaro. Kajuri, "Opposite poles attract." Rentaro, "Help," she says. The effect lasts only 10 minutes, so no worries. Then she suddenly holds her crotch and says, "Oops. I need to pee." Rentaro panics. Kajuri, "No problem. I'm wearing a diaper." She legit pees in her diaper while being stuck to him. After 10 minutes, the magnetism ends. Kajuri calmly says she loves making new medicines and has created many. Rentaro suddenly realizes he is developing feelings for a child. His soul screams. Kajuri also reveals, "That wasn't tea. That was a love potion. I fell in love with you at first sight." Rentaro immediately starts gagging. "No, no, no, I have to throw this out of my system before I become a child lover." Kajuri wonders why the love potion isn't working. Then concludes, he must hate me intensely. She starts crying, "Am I not your type?" Rentaro says, "It's not that. I don't want to accept your feelings while I'm drugged." But he starts acting super weird from the potion and realizes this medicine absolutely destroyed his system. His whole body is glitching like a corrupted video file. Kajuri sees that Rentaro's body is glitching from her cursed love potion, so she gives him a neutralizer. But Rentaro has lost control of his body, so she does the most insane thing possible. She drinks the neutralizer herself and mouth feeds it to him. Yes. Direct delivery. No shipping charges. Within seconds Rentaro's system resets to factory settings. Kajuri gets sad because the love potion wore off. But Rentaro tells her, "Even without the potion, I still like you." Kajuri's whole face becomes red like a traffic light. She begs him, "Please date me. I'll do anything you say." Then suddenly her hair grows. Her body transforms. And boom, the child becomes the grown girl Rentaro saw earlier. She explains she took a little bit of the neutralizer too while mouth feeding him. Girl basically upgraded herself mid-kiss. Turns out she wasn't always a kid. She once made a medicine that grants immortality, but it failed and turned her tiny. So now she normally stays in kid mode, but can transform into her real age for only 1 hour a day. Rentaru, 2 forms in 1 girlfriend? Double bonus. Yes, I'm dating you. Rentaru introduces Kajuri to the others. The girls accept her immediately, at least until she casually says, I like drugs. Inda, what did you just say? Rentaru quickly explains Kajuri is actually older than all of them but shrank because of failed medicine. Kajuri tries to fix Inda's insecurity by saying, I have a drug that can enlarge your chest. Inda, excuse me? Kajuri then hands her another drug that makes her look extra cute. Inda gets even angrier. Why are you doing this? Kajuri, Rentaru told me about your insecurities. Inda instantly tackles Rentaru to the floor like a rugby player. Kajuri rushes in. No. He loves you so much. Inda instantly apologizes to Rentaru. Kajuri gives Hahari a potion too. This will make you even more spicy. Hahari imagines herself becoming a goddess of seduction. Drinks it and starts sweating. Suddenly all her clothes burst off like Hulk transformation. Kajuri, well yeah. You're hottest with no clothes. Makes sense. Rentaru immediately gives Hahari his clothes. She starts sniffing them like a puppy. Kajuri assures him the effect works only once. So his clothes won't explode too. Next, Kajuri gives Shizuka a fantasy potion. She grows soft bunny ears. Rentaru melts from cuteness and pets them. Shizuka silently ascends to heaven. Kajuri gives Nano a hair control potion. Now Nano can use her hair like extra robot arms. She instantly wraps Rentaru up and kisses him. Nano, this improved my efficiency. I love it. Kajuri warns the potion only lasts 10 minutes and using more might cause hair loss. Nano, small price for greatness. She asks Rentaru, if I go bald, will you still love me? Rentaru, if you turn into an alien, I'll still love you. But please don't go bald, I like your hair. Kajuri shares her dream, to join a big research team and create even more insane medicines. Then she suddenly needs to pee again. She always does. Kajuri, I'll just do it in my diaper. Rentaru, no. Go to the bathroom. She runs off. The girls start eating. Kajuri yells from the hallway, drink carefully. Girls' tea is different from Rentaru's. But she can't explain completely because she's about to explode. She rushes into the washroom. Meanwhile, the others see 2 bottles. A small Oni, big one. They assume. Small equals Rentaru's. Big equals theirs. So they start drinking. And Kajuri returns and sees what they did. Kajuri returns and sees the girls drinking Rentaru's tea. She screams like a banshee, spit it out! Kajuri returns and sees the girls drinking Rentaru's tea. She screams like a banshee, spit it out! That big bottle had a drug that makes Rentaru want to kiss the person who drank it. Rentaru shrugs. I mean, I'd kiss you without the drug anyway. Kajuri becomes the happiest man, girl, alive and jumps in for a kiss. But Inda picks her up like a Pokemon and waves her across the room. Suddenly, all the girls start acting like kissing zombies. Shizuka chases him, still in zombie mode, but suddenly she slips and falls headfirst. Rentaru's heart melts. He carries her to the infirmary to bandage her head, but wait, she's still a zombie. She immediately crawls on top of him and goes for non-stop kisses. Rentaru, oh no! I messed up. Time to run. He shoves her away and hangs her on a coat hanger like a freshly washed shirt. He escapes the infirmary, but Inda throws Hahari at him like a missile. They both tackle him to the ground and start kissing him like their life depends on it. He thinks, how the heck do I escape this? Then the 2 zombies start fighting over him. He realizes, oh, they're still themselves. I can use this. He makes them kiss each other instead. And honestly, Rentaru enjoys watching way too much. Even the narrator, ahem me, secretly says, low-key, I'd also like to see some Yuri action. Anyway, while they keep kissing each other, Rentaru slips away. He enters a room looking for the antidote, and sees Nano waiting inside like a horror game boss. He panics and hides in a locker. Inside the locker, he finds Kajuri also hiding there. She says Nano saw her enter earlier, so she's been trapped inside. Rentaro realizes the worst. Nano knows our plan now, and Nano is not stupid. Kajuri tells him to run so that Nano chases him, and she'll sneak into the lab. But Rentaro knows Nano's brain works faster than Google. She'll figure it out in 2 seconds. Kajuri starts crying inside the locker, blaming herself for everything. My experiments always cause trouble. That's why I'm the only member left in chemistry club. Rentaro is like, girl, now is not the time for backstory. Suddenly Kajuri remembers, wait, I have a medicine that neutralizes all medicines. Rentaro, yes, give it. But before he can use it, Kajuri drinks it herself. Rentaro, are you brain dead? You had one job. The bottle falls from her hand. Rentaro, we could have used that on Nano. Kajuri, oh, true. She returns to her adult form and says, I'll go to the lab. Nano won't recognize me like this. But she only drank a tiny amount, so she only has a little time before turning tiny again. Kajuri plans to sneak behind Nano and tie her up. But Nano immediately senses the threat, turns around and ties Kajuri instead. Rentaro, welp, we're doomed. Nano drags Rentaro like she's claiming her prey. Rentaro tries to hide in another room, but Nano casually kicks the door down like a Terminator. He panics. Nano starts kissing him non-stop. He tries resisting, but eventually accepts defeat. This is it. I lived a good life. But then Kajuri appears behind Nano and pours the neutralizer in her mouth. Nano collapses. Kajuri explains, when I ran away earlier, I knew my adult form would shrink soon. Once I shrank, the ropes fell off. She's basically a self-resetting escape artist. They go fix the others. After some time, everyone wakes up in the infirmary. The whole group goes to a park where a bouquet tossing event is happening. Whoever catches the bouquet gets a wedding-themed photo shoot as a married couple. The girls, winning. Hahari always dreamed of wearing a wedding dress. She believes today is destiny. The venue is packed. Buff bodybuilders also joined, with their muscular leader forcing them to win. Hahari, okay girls, teamwork, or we're dead. Rentaro warns, Shizuka shouldn't be here. She's too small, she'll get trampled. Kajuri drinks her medicine to enter her adult form and join the game. Rentaro notices the other teams have their own flags. So he proudly waves one he made, Rentaro Family, an entire army of girlfriends under one banner. Avengers, Family Edition. The commentator announces the special guest, Vice Principal. Yes. The same wall-crawling demon. She grabs the bouquet and says, I hope I throw this so far that no one catches it. Meanwhile, the Gorilla Gang bodybuilders are smashing everyone aside. Their leader yells, we're not fighting, we're just clearing the path. Sure, Queen. Whatever helps you sleep at night. The Gorilla Gang leader keeps throwing people around like basketballs and says, we didn't break any rules. We're just training. The commentator is so scared he agrees instantly. Man values his life. She starts grabbing her own gang members and yeeting them at other teams like pokeballs. Hahari is about to get wrecked, but Inda jumps in, saves her, and declares, I'm joining their gang. Time for intense training. Inda marches straight up to the Gorilla Queen for a showdown. Meanwhile, she tells everyone, you guys focus on the bouquet. I'll handle this WWE storyline. The bouquet starts falling. The Gorilla Gang uses their huge team flag to create a tornado and pull the bouquet toward them. It looks like they're about to win until Shizuka enters the chat. She was standing next to the Gorilla Gang earlier, so when they made the tornado, she also got sucked into the sky like a floating library book. She pinballs through the clouds and grabs the bouquet mid-air. Now she's falling. The girls try to catch her, but Rentaro realizes if she falls on them, they'll get injured. Good news. She falls on their boobs, bounces like a trampoline, and Rentaro catches her right before she kisses the floor. Rentaro Family wins. The girls must draw sticks to decide who will take the wedding photo shoot with Rentaro. Hahari has a plan. She secretly marked the winning stick. But she pretends to wait for her turn so no one suspects her. She thinks Nano should pick first, because Nano always chooses the efficient option. So Hahari hides the winning stick at the back. Nano says, "Why don't we all pick our sticks at the same time? That's most efficient." Hahari's whole 4D chess plan destroyed. She underestimated the walking algorithm that is Nano. But surprisingly, Hahari still gets the winning stick. She's over the moon. My dream wedding photo is finally happening. But then she sees Kajuri crying. Kajuri wanted to be in the photos too. Hahari immediately gives up her spot. "Here, take my place." Kajuri hugs her, emotional. Then Hahari changes her mind again and says, "No, I want my two most precious people to be in the picture." So she suggests, "Let's all take a giant family photo shoot together." Everyone gets happy. Hahari thanks Rentaro for making her dream come true and then straight up breaks up with him. Rentaro. She leaves without explanation. Rentaro is devastated and confused. He wants to talk face to face but finds out she already left the venue. He calls her, she doesn't answer. He uses an old envelope containing her address and goes there. Turns out she lives in a massive mansion. Like, Netflix rich girl level mansion. He calls out for her. She whispers, "Shoo. Hide. A guard is coming." Rentaro hides. Hahari calls him from an unknown number and tells him, "I don't love you anymore." Rentaro instantly knows she's lying. He says, "I'm not leaving until you tell me the truth." Finally, she breaks down and explains, "My mom, the super-rich Hannah, is ending our relationship. She hates that you have so many girlfriends. She took my phone. She's making me leave the city. I don't think I'll ever see you again." Then Hannah arrives like a boss villain, snatches the phone, and tells Rentaro, "Stay away from my daughter." A guard grabs Rentaro and says, "You're her ex-boyfriend, right? Stop wasting your time." Rentaro walks away heartbroken, thinking he doesn't deserve Hahari anyway. That evening, Rentaro tells everyone the whole drama and declares, "I'm going inside that mansion and rescuing Hahari. IDFC if I die." The girls look at him like, "Bro, Hannah's richer than God. You can't win." But Rentaro's protagonist hormones have fully activated. He refuses to give up. Then the girls say the sweetest line, "We love Hahari too. We're coming with you." Rentaro, "No. It's dangerous." The girls, "Anyway, we're coming." Inda, obviously, is extra emotional about it. They reach the mansion. Rentaro throws a ball at Hahari's window to wake her up. The ball completely misses, falls into darkness, and disappears forever. Inda sees a cat playing with the ball and jumps to grab it. Everyone tries chasing the cat like it's a Pokemon. The cat runs toward Nano. Nano casually prepares to kick it. Rentaro leaps and saves the cat mid-air like a superhero. No animal abuse today. Footsteps approach. Guards. Everyone hides behind a tree. The cat walks toward the guard. Guard, someone's here? Cat, meow meow, I ruined your stealth mission. They scrap the ball plan and decide to enter Hahari's room themselves. Under the door, they spot a tiny cat door opening. Nano runs outside, grabs a handful of rocks, computes lock geometry in 0.2 seconds, and throws one stone with surgical precision. Click, door unlocks. Bro, she's basically a Kashmiri sniper. White skin plus stone throwing accuracy equals confirmed. They enter the mansion. Rentaro notices Nano's thumb is swollen. Inda bandages it and asks, "How did this happen?" Nano, "Had to smack the stone hard to make it fly. Also, Hahari is important. Worth it. 10/10 dedication." They enter and immediately a big guard dog charges at them. Everyone runs out except poor Shizuka, who gets trapped inside. "Shizuka, go on, save yourselves, my life was short but meaningful." Dog approaches. And instead of biting, starts licking her. Nano explains, dogs instinctively protect weaker creatures. And Shizuka is so fragile that the dog forgot it's supposed to guard the mansion. Rentaro worries that if they go inside, the dog will chase them. Nano, simple. Let Shizuka poke its eyes. Kajuri, no need. I have a sleeping potion. She gives it to Shizuka. Shizuka is supposed to pour it on the dog. Instead, she drinks it. Kazuri forgot to mention instructions. Shizuka collapses. A bit dribbles out of her mouth. The dog licks it. Dog, zzzzzzzzzzzzzzzzz, both knocked out. They reach the hallway. The cat follows them and triggers an alarm. Guards run. They hide again. Nano says, "We need infrared goggles. There are sensors everywhere." Kazuri, "I brought infrared eye drops." Rentaro immediately puts them in his eyes without even reading the label. Kazuri, "Ah, now you'll only be able to see lasers. Nothing else." Inda, "Your eye drop bottle fell." Nano picks it up and reads the label. "Why is there a foreign research team address on this?" Kazuri, "Were you going to send this as part of your application?" Kazuri, "Yes, but Hahari is more important." Rentaro's eyes transform, glowing neon red. He sees more lasers than a BTS concert. He screams, "Bro, there are a million lasers. How do we cross this?" From the ceiling something moves. Yup, next chapter cliffhanger energy. Above the laser corridor, there was a crawl space, but the width was so massive even a cockroach would need a gym membership to climb it. Nano says, "2 people climb together. Then we can cross." Rentaro, "But none of you are strong enough." Nano, "Except Inda. She's basically half man, half gorilla." She ties Nano and Inda together like a 2-person human ladder and instructs them to climb in perfect sync. Inda, "Wait, I didn't sign up for this, but too late." They start climbing, dodging lasers like it's Squid Game, Laser Edition. Rentaro yells, "My clothes are soaked, I'm slipping." Inda meanwhile is dying because Nano's feet are tickling her stomach and she's losing her soul. Finally, they reach the top and cross to the other side. Rentaro says, "You guys wait here." They go to Hahari's room and find her staring at the group photos, depressed and emotional. Just when Rentaro opens the door, alarm triggers. Rentaro, "Oh no! I'm an idiot." Within seconds, guards surround them and drag them both to Hana. Hana tells them she won't kill them, only because you're Hahari's friends. Rentaro says he will always keep Hahari happy. Hana laughs in billionaire, "You? I don't trust you at all." She reveals her tragic backstory. She fell in love at 13. The man she loved was dying before his death. She wanted to bear his child, artificial pregnancy. Hahari born, the man died. She raised Hahari alone. She has never loved anyone else. She fears Hahari will repeat her mistake, fall in love blindly, and suffer. Rentaro starts crying and says he never wants Hahari to go through that pain. Then suddenly his eye drops wear off. He looks directly at Hana. Sparks. Electricity. Kuch kuch hota hai. Rentaro realizes, "Oh crap. She's also my soulmate." Hana, "So, want to date me too?" Rentaro, "What is this storyline? Why am I seeing this?" Inda, "Bro, that's Hahari's MOM." Hana quickly says she was just joking. We all know she wasn't. Then she says she won't allow Hahari and Rentaro's relationship. Rentaro, "Then I also won't back down. I want Hahari happy." Hana doesn't trust him, so she brings out her special lie detector chair. "Let's separate the milk from the water today." Rentaro sits on the chair. He says, "I love Inda too." Machine. Truth. Hana says, "Now you believe the machine?" And the drama continues. Hana asks Rentaro one final question on her lie detector throne. "So, how do you really feel about Hahari?" Rentaro activates full hero mode. "I will keep her happy no matter what. Even if I have to die." Machine. Truth. Hana, "Eh? How is this guy loyal with 5 girlfriends? My machine must be broken." Before she can rage quit science, a maid sprints in like, "Madam, Hahari is about to commit suicide." Inda, "If anything happens to Hahari, I'm killing you." Rentaro, panicking, "Wait, she's not joking. Restrain her, restrain her." Inda, "Relax, bro. I got her. You go save the princess." Rentaro bolts like a true MC. Hahari is standing on a high balcony, ready to jump. Rentaro arrives breathless. "Stop. Let's just run away together." Hahari shakes her head. "If we run now, we'll spend our whole lives running." I don't want to ruin your future. Rentaro says the most dramatic MC line in anime history. If you die, I can never be happy again. Hahari tries to step back, slips and falls. Rentaro dives like Spider-Man, grabs her hand at the last second. His grip is slipping. She begs, "Let me go, save yourself." Rentaro, "How about no?" He kicks the wall, Kia reflexes, flips them midair, and they both fall into the fountain like Bollywood heroes. The girls rush to help them. Shizuka also jumps to help. "You can't swim." Shizuka, "I thought love would keep me afloat." Kajuri, "It doesn't." Meanwhile, Hana finally arrives and sees everyone alive. Her villain arc melts instantly. She understands Rentaro would literally die for Hahari. She says, "You're a man of your word. Please, take care of my daughter." Rentaro bows and promises. Then he says the dumbest, bravest, most Rentaro line ever, "I'll keep you happy too, Hana, so please date me." All the girls collectively lose their minds. Narrator suddenly breaks the fourth wall. All the girls bathe together and compare cup sizes. Rentaro takes her outside for fresh air. She complains, "My youth is over. I'm too old to have fun." Rentaro, "Nonsense. You can still have fun with me." Hana, "I can't control myself anymore." Rentaro, "Okay, let's go to your room. This man is fearless." The girls are playing cards. Inda looks at the clock. "Don't you think they've been gone too long?" Hahari, wait, what if they're... And the imagination begins. Girls are worried that Rentaro and Hana might be doing something sus in her room. Then suddenly, Hana screams. All girls, "Oh no, they're doing exactly what I think they're doing. Run, run, run." They rush into the room like SWAT. What do they see? Hana dressed Rentaro in girl clothes. Rentaro looks so cute, even Hana got shocked and screamed like a Pokemon encountering wild Pikachu. Rentaro blushes so hard he faints. Girls, is he dead? Bro just died of embarrassment. Hana, no, relax. I know how to revive him. Hana forces Nano to wear a prince costume. Hahari explains like a history teacher. In old stories, a prince's kiss wakes the princess. So now Nano will kiss our princess, aka Rentaro. Nano. Smooch. Rentaro wakes up instantly. What the? Girls are sitting around watching like it's a daily soap. Rentaro, that's it. I'm going to take a bath in peace. Girls, great idea. We'll watch too. Without clothes. Shizuka, I refuse. I'll stop you perverts. Girls wrap her like a burrito and park her in a corner. Rentaro is showering peacefully. Kajuri tries to peek through the fogged window. She presses her face on the glass. Rentaro sees a blurry face. Rentaro, ghost. Kajuri, Abe Mui Yupper Cubaja. Plan fail Hogaya. Girls drag her away. Rentaro thinks the ghost ran away looking at his muscular commander. He resumes bathing like nothing happened. Hana tells them, we can reach the bathroom through the attic. Attic has a rat. All girls, rat. Rentaro hears the noises. Ghost is in the attic too? Are they multiplying? Shizuka tries to escape the burrito blanket. Realizes, if I roll, I can reach downstairs. She rolls like a bowling ball, gains so much speed, the blanket flies off, and she crash lands straight into the bathroom. Rentaro, oh God, the ghost entered the bathroom. Then sees it's Shizuka. Rentaro, why are you here? His towel falls. Shizuka sees his bazooka. Instantly faints. Rentaro picks her bridal style, screaming, help! I killed Shizuka with my bazooka. He runs back to the main room. Girls are climbing down the attic ladder like they just finished a heist. Rentaro, what were you doing there? Inda, we were gonna watch you shower, naked. Rentaro snaps, are you all insane? Shizuka fainted after seeing my bazooka. If all of you faint, am I supposed to carry each of you like Pokemons? At night, Rentaro sees Hana looking at an old picture of Hahari's dad. He sits beside her gently. Why didn't you marry again? Hana, I still love him, and it feels wrong to love someone else. But then, my heart started liking you. And that feels even more wrong. Rentaro gives her a soft hug. You can love more than one person, as long as your feelings are real. Hana tears up, remembering Hahari's father's last words, save your first kiss for someone who'll never leave you. She asks Rentaro to kiss her. He does. She cries softly. Everyone sleeps in one room. Hahari cuddles Rentaro because she had a nightmare where he left her. He kisses her forehead. She sleeps happily. A while later, Rentaro wakes up and sees Hahari is hugging Inda like a teddy bear, thinking Inda is him. Rentaro, I can't even be jealous because this is too funny. He goes to the bathroom and meets Hahari's dad, who is angry. Dad, you took both Hana and Hahari away. Prepare to die. Rentaro, oh thank goodness. I actually wanted to talk to you. Dad, why aren't you scared? Rentaro, your wife told me you're a good man. Dad gets emotional. She said that? The guy melts faster than butter in summer. Rentaro is talking to Hahari's dad like they're at a family counseling session. Rentaro, sir, I promise I'll keep Hana happy. Always. Dad gets emotional like an Indian serial mother after a 100-episode reunion. Dad, I've been watching them for 16 years. Thank you for opening Hana's heart again. Suddenly, flash of light. Baba G's soul literally ascends like he pressed leave lobby in life. Rentaro, bro really rage quit the world after saying thanks. Rentaro and his entire girlfriend battalion go to school. Assembly begins. Principal, today we have a new chairwoman, Hana. Yes. Hana literally bought the school chairwoman post just to watch Rentaro daily. Rentaro, I can't even skip class anymore. I'm under 24/7 premium surveillance. Rentaro goes to Hana's mansion like a good boyfriend. But she isn't there. His brain, default location next, rooftop with dramatic sunset anime lighting. He runs to the school roof and yes, all girlfriends are standing like Avengers assembling. Rentaro, you all were waiting for me? Girls, no *T Sherlock. We love you. Rentaro sprints to them like a Bollywood hero in slow-motion rain. I'll keep every one of you happy, no matter what. Girls, wrong answer, but we'll allow it.